sure.
Okay. How's it going, buddy?
I'm good.
Yeah? How was recess? Your face is a little pink.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
That green algebra book can I borrow tonight?
Yes, actually, yes. Sam finished his packet.
Oh, he did.
And amongst the chaos.
Hey, Eric.
Where?
Is it in your file?
Do the backside there.
And I can try and find some stuff for him to do in here. Hello.
How's it going, Eric? Fun.
What about things like practice with the distributive property and simplify? This would be like a nice progression, right? Practice of distributive property and then go into this.
Is that?
Yeah, we should do the backside. So. Yeah, there you go. The instructions are on the
Oh,
front.
do
You guys
we want Jake to
don't
do
know
the
what
defense
to do.
sheet too?
No, you can.
Oh, you still have yours? You still have yours? Or? Oh, gotcha.
I should have told
That's alright.
you. Michelle, how are you? You worked in colors,
I know. I'm in the middle of a workout too.
Oh, are you not feeling well?
Yeah.
Sorry. You think you're better that you can come
Yeah,
tomorrow?
I think I'll just go with you.
No, doing well.
Okay.
Thank you. Today I'm staying because of the dance, but you'll probably be
How are you today?
Yeah, good.
No, but you listening to me over there.
My
Instructions are on the
most
front.
favorite accomplishments this semester
Should we
is
set
I've been
the
here being able
timer
to spell
for
your last name correctly.
4 minutes or something.
Is that sad? That's one of my favorite accomplishments.
What?
That I mastered spelling Jake's last name. I haven't gotten to Michelle's yet.
That's kind of sad.
I know. I've done other things while I've been here. I'm proud.
What about my last name?
I can spell yours. Your last name's Benton.
Everyone says
Have you figured out
Vincent.
What?
mine? Have you figured out mine?
Yours is easy.
It's phonetic.
No,
Mine
it's
is
too.
hard.
I know. That's what I'm okay.
Can you spell my middle name? Both of them?
Right?
Should middle name say it again? Pretty good.
A-L-O.
S-P-R-I-N-G.
Wait.
You get as many as you can. We're doing the back side too, right?
M-I-C-H-E-A-M.
Michelle, we're doing one on the back. You already did the front.
Right, huh?
Okay.
Oh, we're doing the
What do
back
you,
one.
yeah,
Yep.
do the back.
M-I-C-H-E-A-M.
Let's see how many you
I
can
know
get.
that.
Timer's gonna go off in a
It's
few
right
minutes.
No, you're kidding.
Why be this? It's the total cost.
I don't got it erased.
Just press it up.
I know it. Where the alphabet bucket go?
Oh, it's right up in the front.
I moved it.
Can we do
Only
the rest
because
today
of
instead?
Oh yeah, you're not gonna be here the rest of the week.
Sorry, weird. Where is on? about my hot dog? I started.
Try to get a few more. Timer's running down.
I was supposed to try to make like a sausage.
I don't think you're trying to make anything in particular. Just a bunch of lines. Uh-oh.
So that's a bowling. You guys can take that
How did it run that long?
Try to get one more fact family, you guys. One last one, come on.
Last one before you drop the glass off. There it went. Try to find one last one, guys.
Oh, I didn't get to see the rest of it. Can you set it on 1 second? For 4 seconds? I want to see it blast off.
Alright, you guys have to find one more fact family in 5 seconds. Can you do that?
Oh, wow. I already found one. Wait, don't start
Go.
it yet.
Oh, it's going fast.
You missed the show.
I like that. That's cute.
Can you replay? I did not see it.
Okay, so Robert,
One more
this
time.
time just look at it. We'll just do 2 seconds.
It's going fast. It's cool.
Wow.
Alright. So, got our announcements. Who wants to start reading our announcements
Let's see
today?
how you guys did.
Happy Wednesday, December 7th. Strong vacation is coming. Please call and make it your break. Remember our raffle for your classes tomorrow. Closest movie for the break. It's almost been a break. 3 more days and then 2 weeks off. Do you know how crazy? You know what's crazy today, brother?
I get to wear fancy hair day outside in my car.
Yep.
Because I'm
On the
going
way
to
to
be
school?
sleeping in my car. Because I'm not going to be here tomorrow or Friday.
So make sure you guys get all your hot bucks in for the raffle.
And
your
on another
posters
note-
here.
On another note,
I get to do it for me.
So
What, is that
Michelle
one of
and
your-
Robert, you guys owe me posters.
I don't know you.
Before break.
Oh, good. Okay, so then Michelle.
I'll finish it. Just
Okay.
God. Challenge.
Get it in tomorrow.
Y'all say that name in vain.
So Michelle, do you want to read our learning objectives today, or learning targets?
Oh, I
Michelle's going to read them for us.
I can calculate functions and remainders for large 3-digit dividends and 1-digit divisors. I can solve problems for grouping situations. Yes.
So we're going to do grouping, and we're calculating quotients with remainders for big numbers. So we're gonna solve problems today for exchanging different numbers, pennies to nickels. So how many pennies are in 1 nickel? How much is a nickel worth?
5,
40?
6,
10 cents? No, 5 cents.
5 cents. Right.
5,
So how many
6, 6, 1.
pennies? Perfect, Robert. And then, do you guys know who is going to be on each coin? Who's on the penny and who's on the nickel?
Abraham Lincoln and
Washington.
Jefferson.
Jefferson on which one?
Nickel.
Yep. And then I heard Robert say that Lincoln was on the penny. So you can see Lincoln there, and Jefferson here. So if we cleaned out your pockets, guys, and we had a lot of change.
You didn't get all of
I
it.
got a $5 bill.
Wait, in my pockets, all I got is 20. I got
I
my
got
pockets,
a,
all I got is $2.
I
used to have
I saved on the 24.50.
I used to have 20.
Well, luckily for you
I
guys,
saved 24.50.
I already figured out how much you guys have in each of your pockets.
I have at least
Eric,
100 cents.
Rob- I don't
So-
have 37. I got
If Miss Unlocked has 5 pennies, how many nickels can she exchange that for?
500 pennies.
How many nickels do I get if I'm gonna exchange them?
So we got 5 pennies.
1.
Exactly. So then I want you guys to figure out how many nickels you guys have with different penny amounts.
Do you want them to figure out each of them or just their own?
Yeah, just their own.
Just
I'm so thirsty. I'd have had 50.
This is
I know.
Me?
because 40.
So who has their number of nickels? Eric?
I have 6.
That's 6. Does everybody agree that Eric has 6 nickels worth of pennies? Robert, how much did you have?
7 nickels with 2 pennies.
Perfect.
So 7 and then that's
And in this case, we're just going to be worrying about how many nickels it is. So then, Jake has 49 pennies. How many nickels does he have?
8 remainder. He has
9
9
remainder.
nickels remainder. 4.
Exactly. How did you do that, Robert?
9 times 5 is 45. And plus 10, plus 5, 4 is 9, 49. And I know that 4 plus 5 is 9.
Perfect. So I like how you used all those different math facts. And then, Bodhi, how many nickels did you get?
4.
4. Perfect. And Michelle?
8.
Awesome. So now, if we have 1 nickel equals 5 pennies, I'll write that out. And 2 nickels is 10 pennies. 3 nickels is 15 pennies. What if we did 4 nickels?
It would be 20.
And how do you know that, Eric?
Because there's a pattern. 5, 10, 15, 20.
No, because 10, 15, 20, 25. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I also need to put it down. I saw there's a pattern.
And with
No,
the,
because
also
5
with
times
the
4
pattern,
is
5
20.
times 4 is 20. And if you do 5 times 5, it's 25.
So can you guys make an equation for N and P?
Yeah. Times 5 is
N is nickels?
5. 1 times 5.
It's all times
2
5.
times 5.
The nickels are times 5 and the pennies.
3 times 5
So,
is
yeah.
15. 4 times 5.
Nickels times 5 is what?
It's nickels times 5 equals pennies.
Anybody else have a different
Yeah, pennies divided.
equation?
Nickels divided by pennies.
What?
Nickels.
Pennies.
What?
I don't know about that one.
Equals nickels.
So if we did
5 nickels divided by 5. 5 nickels divided by 1 nickel is 5.
that's, so you're just converting nickels and pennies. We don't want to do that in our equation. We want our equation to do that for us. So if we have 1 nickel, and when we multiply it by 5, that's the worth of the nickel, and we get the number of pennies, right?
We can do 20 divided by 5, 4.
So what would we say to fill this out, Michelle?
So I have to read it?
Yeah, read it and then complete the sentence for me.
I see a pattern to find the number of pennies. I can take the number of
And then how can we complete that sentence?
another. I did.
Yeah, we gotta fill in this
Okay.
blank here. So if I take the number of pennies, how do I get the number of, number of nickels, how do I get the number of pennies from that?
This times
Try to have nickels.
Multiplied by,
the number of pennies or
so if you have 1 nickel, you multiply by the number of pennies.
yeah.
So the number of pennies that the nickel is worth, so that's 5? No?
Michelle, what if you had 10 nickels? How many pennies would that be?
2.
You guys
I'm in
agree?
10.
No.
If you had 10 nickels, how many pennies would that be? How many pennies is equal to 10 nickels? What do you think, Robert?
15.
10 nickels is worth 50 pennies? Do you agree, Michelle? Why is it 50?
Because 5 times 2 is 50.
What did he just say, Michelle?
Because la 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 la.
Can you say it louder?
Because 5 times 10 is 50.
Yeah, because
So-
5 times 10 is 50.
Really?
So then how can we complete the sentence? If we have the number of nickels, like we had 10, what do we do to 10 to get the number of pennies?
We just
So we multiply by 5.
wait.
And then Robert, can you complete the last sentence?
Another, you can read. Another pattern I see is that you can take the number of pennies divided by number of nickels. Number of pennies.
So you can take the number of pennies divided by 5.
And get what?
The number of nickels.
I like his class. It makes math so much easier.
That's good.
That's what we like to hear.
Michelle and Eric.
Does that make sense, everybody?
You guys all, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So this is my first car.
I'm
It's
sorry.
pretty awesome, right guys? Can you guys come up with a name for the color of it?
Blue. Pink. Hot pink.
Not pink.
No.
Purple.
Violet. Pink.
Violet. That's
How
too
about-
purple.
How about
Mix
sky, how
pink
about
and
sky
purple.
red? How about
Green.
sky red?
Green.
How about purple? Purple. Purple. Or purple. Or blurple. Blurple. Yeah. Blurple.
So when I first got it, I cleaned it out because it was kind of dirty. And I found 556 pennies.
So
Can
you
believe
have
that?
$5.56.
So if I wanted to change those from pennies to nickels, how many nickels would I get from that?
I don't know.
How many nickels would that be worth, you guys?
Anybody got a calculator?
What would you
Yeah,
calculate,
Jake have a
Robert?
calculator.
What would you calculate, Robert?
556 pennies divided by 5.
So does anybody else see a different way, or is that the only way?
Hey, I just did that, and I got, you can have 100 and 1 remainder of 1.
So how did you do that?
I
Here.
did 5 goes into 5 one time.
So 5 goes into 500 times. Yep.
What did you do?
No, I didn't do that. I just did one single 5. I just did a single.
You did it wrong.
No, you did it the right way.
Well,
It's just a different way. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna look at the partial quotients. So we're gonna break it up into different numbers. So it's gonna be 100, 10, and 1. Does that make sense? So if we did 556 minus 500, what do we get?
I can't.
56.
6. Good job. And then is there any other way that we can
Yeah.
divide
Yeah, you
56 by 5?
Yeah, you can do 5 times 10.
5 times 10,
5 times
perfect.
11.
So what's 5 times 10 then?
And 50
Perfect.
equals 6.
And does 5 go into 6 at all? Perfect. And then does 5 go into 1?
No.
So what's that then?
It's,
The answer is 111.
111.
Perfect.
Good job.
556 divided by 5
You actually
is 111, the remainder of 1. And what does that mean? What were we doing in this problem?
We were doing wrong.
Well, like, did this problem relate to anything, or is it just a random problem that we did?
It related to the pennies, nickels, divided by pennies.
We have 100.
And the pennies divided by nickels.
We have 111 nickels and 1 penny.
Oh.
Perfect. Can you say it a little bit louder, Eric?
We get 101 nickels and 1 penny. Wait, why did you just straight to 101 pennies to like bucks?
I like nickels. I don't know. So, what if you had 227 pennies?
Wait, was that real though? Did you actually do that?
Oh yeah.
How come you didn't give it to me?
Because I got a bunch of nickels. I want to keep my nickels.
You only get.
Also, you only get $5.60 out of that.
I'd rather get that 5, 6.
$5.56 is $5.56.
to get $1.
And it's actually a lot more than
So what if we have-
It's free in the car.
526
No, it's not
pennies.
25.
How many nickels can we
21.
make from that?
Remainder 2.
So Eric says it's 15, remainder 2. Anybody else agree, disagree? Michelle disagrees.
Oh. I got 105 remainder 2.
I got 100 times.
So you want to change your answer, Eric?
What? That's what he got.
That's what you got?
No.
15, remainder 2?
Oh, yes.
I'm right.
I got 15 remainder 2. He's right. It's 5 times 15 then.
Yeah.
So how will we do it together and then we can figure it out?
Okay. I did it 5 times 100.
Okay, perfect.
Equals 500. Then subtract. And I got 27.
Yep.
Then 25 goes to 5 times 5 equals 25. So subtract equals 2. So 105 plus 2. Okay, 105 times 5 plus 2 equals 500 times 5 plus 2 equals 527.
Perfect. Does everybody understand the way that Michelle did it?
Yes. He
Eric, do you see why it's at least 100? Because 100 times 5 is 500. Does that make sense?
So what if we did 15 times 5 since Eric's still not convinced?
That gets 75.
75
15
plus
nickels equal
2.
to 75 pennies?
Those equal, guys? No? So now I want you guys to open your books and we're going to do a few problems.
Five times what page?
164.
Big snappers.
That's what we're doing? So I looked over this book and do that problem in class. And knew what you did right here.
I fixed it.
What was that?
It was on full screen. So,
Oh, weird. Okay, thank you.
You all done, Bodie? So can you show me your subtraction down here? So I see that you had 20 up there, so can you put in what you had down there? So make sure you're writing, see it helps them if you write your multiplication equations instead of division. So you want, I see you have 200, so you did 5 times 20. So you need to put that down. Okay? Does that make more sense? So try sticking with the multiplication equation.
So now you check, how do you check to make sure you have the ratios? I know that was an issue with yesterday.
what?
So, when you multiply, what do you have to do? In your checking there?
this question.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, I'm making that.
Can you work on these too?
So this one is
Yeah, that's a really good way to think about it.
So what if we have something like that?
You really
That's
like
good, just make sure everyone's reading these questions on the same page.
You want to try using your circling strategy? Remember what you multiply by the divisor so you know what to write up top? Okay? So you had the right stuff there.
What did you get, Erin?
Oh, yeah,
So.
yeah, there you go. Did you say 3? Okay, good.
In there?
So we worked with negative numbers in that class, right?
Yeah, it's
Adding and subtracting.
It does, that's what I'm
Yours
going to do.
finished? You still on accentuate the negative?
We never.
I never used
Right.
what?
Sometimes
We
the
do the
classes are
project.
sometimes-
Oh, you're on comparing it
It's
to
awesome.
scaling?
You're not comparing it to No, I'm just reading the book right now. I like to see the places and small things.
What's good?
We do the project right now.
Oh, you're doing this a cartoon?
No, we finished it last month.
What project are you
We're
doing?
doing like a board game project, board math game with like numbers and
Somebody else
multiplying,
though, because you're
simplifying, and plus, and
remember like we talked about, because that's what we're practicing. Maybe we shall. So,
the project due tomorrow.
Oh, it's due tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm doing the.
When you're done, can you show this one to the side?
Are you done?
Sweet.
Halfway done.
It's due tomorrow.
You're
Your poster too for this class. Okay, we need that before break.
number for Lincoln?
I know.
I know.
So we're gonna watch Bodie do number 1 from 165. Make sure you watch it closely. Make sure he doesn't get a different answer.
Michelle? Where was your head? Sorry.
Did you want to come in and fill out this equation here, Michelle?
I'm gonna do the second.
The second one? Can you come up with this equation now? So what times 5 plus what equals 650? So 123 here, right here. So 123 plus something times 5 is,
No, I mean, I mean, here is not, we don't have no remainder, so we're just gonna let go.
so where does it go? Here?
Yep.
And then you don't have a remainder, so what goes here then?
And,
N? I don't know about N.
no, yeah, no.
No?
What's our remainder? 0.
So we don't need to add anything because 123 times 5 is 615.
We're gonna do the second.
So you wanted to do the next one, Michelle?
Yeah.
I try to even out equation. All right. Now that you guys have mastered that, we're gonna move on to adding negatives.
You guys like this stuff?
No, it's just I'm good at it.
Oh.
I'm not gonna give that to you in the first class.
So if you guys want to go through 1 through 7, you can write out an answer for me, and then we'll discuss it in just a minute here. Alright, since there's only 2 of you guys, which ways did you solve this? So how did you solve it,
The
Michelle?
second one?
The first one, this one right here.
Okay. Negative 7 plus 8. That's the equation, right? I didn't do that.
So what we want to do here is, say if we had this number line, this number line on the bottom, and if we started at -3 and we're adding 8, which way do we move?
Right.
Move to the right, yeah. So if we move right, what are we doing each time we move one of these?
About is negative 5.
Is it -5?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going this way too?
No, I mean,
So each time we move one of these tick marks, we're adding 1. So we're moving 8 this way, so we get a positive 5. Does that make sense?
I got the second one though.
What'd you get for the second one?
First, the negative and the plus, that means that's a negative.
No, actually, it's positive.
A negative was,
A negative plus a negative equals addition.
it's not negative. A negative plus a negative. No,
It's
a
still
negative
negative
plus
because-
addition is a negative.
So if you're subtracting.
A negative plus a
Oh,
positive.
so it's then in that case, it's negative.
So,
So if we had a positive number,
so a negative and plus, that's equals to a negative.
In that case, it's negative.
You switch, so a negative and negative equals,
so if we're starting at -6, which way are we moving? Because it's
to the
-11.
left.
Perfect.
So, this is not a negative example, but it's like, if you have a negative, if you owe, say that's a 3 and that's a 6, I owe you $3 and I do something that I owe you $6, you're going down more, so I owe you more.
That's a good way to think about it. I like
And
that.
if I don't owe you any money, and if like, I have $3 or you have $3, and then I give you those $3, but I owe you 6. I owe you. It's a negative because I'm 3 under 0, so I owe you $3.
Right. So if you already have a debt to somebody, like Eric's saying, so you owe them $3, and then you borrow $3 more, so you owe them another $3, that increases your debt. It doesn't eliminate your debt.
But the positive plus a negative is minus positive, and it depends on what your numbers are for there. Because Ms. Summach said people would put that as a negative, and it could be a positive or a negative. It depends on if your positive is bigger than your negative.
That's right. Exactly. Does everybody understand that? you get that, Cody? So he said that it doesn't matter if you have positive or negative, or both negative, positive or negative. So if your positive number is bigger than your negative number, then your answer is going to be positive.
Oh, I
Or
get
if
it.
your negative number is bigger than your positive
Yeah, so
number,
it's gonna
your
be negative.
answer is going to be negative.
That's a good trick.
So like number 7, what would number 7 equal? Would it be a positive answer or a negative answer?
It'd be a negative.
No, positive.
Why positive, why negative? What do you
A
guys think?
positive because 68 is higher than
Why did you say negative, Cody?
Well, he said that if the positive is larger than the negative, then it's gonna be positive.
The answer is
then it would be a positive.
So this answer is going to be positive. And what does it happen to be in this case?
I think the answer is 40.
40? Anybody else agree or disagree?
Agree. Yeah.
So can you explain it to Bodie?
Yeah, so negative 28 plus 68. That means is 28 minus 68.
Okay.
That's how we do it.
So subtract.
Yeah.
Is it, oh, it's 20 minus 60.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
So you have 28.
Oh, negative 40.
That's negative.
So these two things are not the same. This one.
It's negative.
So that would be negative. So how could you write number 7 like that? You're on the right track. Cody, do you know?
I don't know.
You have negative 28 plus 68.
Oh, negative 28 plus 68.
Oh, that's equals to 40.
Well, it's 40 something because, basically a subtraction.
What kind of subtract? How would you write that as just a subtraction problem?
68 minus 28.
There you go.
So you see how those are different?
A property is
Positive?
Integer.
Positive.
what property from the word one?
Distributive property.
You're adding negative numbers. So it says that we can add numbers. Come on, guys. You muted it properly. Because when you're adding numbers, you can add them in any order. If you're adding two numbers, you can switch them and you're going to get the same answer. So in this case, when you add a negative, it's just like subtraction.
For some reason that makes me think of commute.
Yeah, you go back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember that example I gave?
No?
Way back when?
Way back when dinosaurs walked the earth.
Yeah, I wasn't alive back then.
We got 2 more minutes.
So, do you guys want to start on this today then?
We only have a few minutes left.
Alright, well then let's get started. So, what I want you to do is write these problems down and solve them to figure out if the answer is positive or negative, so then we can put them in the certain columns. And I want you to use what we just were talking about, what Eric just told us about, how if the negative number is bigger than the positive number, what happens? Or if the positive number is bigger than the negative number, what happens?
What if you write down the first one and then we'll do the other ones for tomorrow's warm-up? But write down the first one so we can check it right now. I want to peek and see who got this one.
Michelle, what did you say?
I
Okay.
wait. Oh yeah. What is it?
It's gonna be
I think it's gonna be a
Positive. Good, why do you think that?
is a negative 31.
Well, actually, negative.
Huh?
Negative.
You have to say yes or no.
No, I don't.
I didn't answer.
What makes it positive?
Do you want
or
to just
negative?
keep it in your public so you have it?
Alright, so who's the positive?
So what if the 14 was first?
It would be a positive.
So 14 minus 17 is positive.
No, but
We can change the
it will
numbers
still
around.
be a positive.
So we can move this number and this number. So 14 minus 17.
Then it would be. Still be negative 30.
Everybody agree it's a negative then?
Let's go back to the lot.
Can you guys give Mr. Johnson a big high five? It's his last day today, okay? Give him a high five once you get able to. Bye, guys. Adios. Adios. Adios, Jay.
Bye, Jake. See you tomorrow.
Robert and Eric, give Mr. Johnson a high five. It's his last day with us.
Don't forget
Take your poster, put your note before. Robert, here's the criteria for the poster, okay?
I know I'm your favorite, Mr. Johnson.